I thought it was time to share my big negative experience that I have had while playing D&D, which also kind of emphasizes the importance of having a session zero. I will get to the negative experience at the end of the video, as it will contain trigger warnings and then gives people a chance to skip that part. What is a session zero? A session zero is to discuss with all players and the DM on what they are okay with and how to deal with arguments. It's there to make sure that everyone is on the same page when it comes to meeting up and role playing together. A session zero can start out with all the players and DM answering key questions such as: how often do we play? Do we drink alcohol at the table, and to what degree? Rules on cell phone usage? Do you find any topics in general that are triggering? Is player versus player combat okay? And so forth. In the description, I have linked an expansive list that I found on Reddit. Feel free to comb through it and adapt for what's important for you. I agree this may sound boring, but there are ways to make these rules also fun. For example, in one campaign, we rotate who has to write the recap. So as an additional rule so that the recap is uploaded on time, we have agreed that if the person in charge of the recap is late, they will have to bring a cake. You can also find other ways of incentivizing to sticking to the rules that everyone has agreed on. Doing a session zero is in general always a good thing, even amongst friends who you know very well. You can still disagree on certain topics. Even then, it's probably more important just to maintain your friendships. So, now to the negative experience that I have had while playing D&D, and I will have to put in a trigger warning here. So, please skip to this timestamp if this makes you uncomfortable. Gone? Okay, so let's start with a little bit of context. This happened more or less towards the start of a campaign that died shortly afterwards. The whole evening we were anyway making a bunch of sexual jokes because the player was playing a succubus, and they were more or less in taste at the time, but it still does not excuse what happens next. So I was playing Nira, a female elf barbarian, and this was probably the second or third time when I was experimenting with gender within D&D. The party was captured in a prison and Nira was trying to escape. Through some good rolls, she almost succeeded but got caught in the end. When she got caught, the DM then insinuated how a guard then SA'd Nira as a punishment, thinking this might be a funny, edgy joke. After all these years, this is still making me sick and want to have a shower after recording this. Yeah, very distasteful. Writing this out now, I realized that maybe even a session zero might have not helped here. There's still a chance, though, that it might have set at least the ground rules of emphasizing that this is not okay. And I think at 99% of the tables, this is not okay. Editing Zora here, I just wanted to add to this point that it's not okay in any circumstance. It's absolutely disgusting. And if you do think it's okay, then please do us all a favor, get therapy and work through your issues instead of pushing it onto others. Thank you. Back to the initial recording, Zora. D&D is similar to the bedroom. Consent is key and can be revoked at any time. I'm sorry for this heavy video, and it's not as fun and lighthearted as my previous ones. I have a bunch of funner shorts here on YouTube and a video on how I could explore gender through using D&D. I also have 2 videos on my personal tips for DMing and on how to create a character in the works, which I will hopefully release soon. So like and follow to keep up to date when they come out. Otherwise, I stream on Twitch twice a week. Currently, I'm playing Baldur's Gate 3 and Tavern Talk, and it's a lot of fun. So if you catch me, just come by and say hi. And all socials and links you will also find in the description with the Reddit link to all the questions that can be asked in session 0. See you around.